Alright guys, right here we have my 2015 Nissan Altima. I've been hearing squeaking from what sounds like the back, so I went ahead and took everything off. And on the back side I got this side off. From this angle right here, it looks fine. It has somewhat of a indentation right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's real faint right in here, but I can feel it. Anyways, like I was saying, is you can feel the small indentation right here. You can actually kind of see it too, kind of scraped out right there in the middle. But when you go down here to the middle parts, it actually has a good chunk of brake life left in it. So I'm thinking that it might just be the rotor itself that's bad, and I have to just replace that. Bad thing is, I gotta find a little special tool or get a flathead down in this to see if I can get that broke loose. So that might be a project for the weekend. Alright, so we're gonna take off the driver's or passenger side back one, and we're gonna see how this one looks. Go ahead. Okay, get this off and come down here to see what she looks like. So this side actually doesn't really have nothing that I feel, at least, as like grooved in like the other side had. Turn the flash on, let's check and look in here. Those both got pretty good life left to them also. Might just be the rotors. I haven't changed out the rotors at all. So, actually this thing's missing a little nut there too. That's kind of sketchy and scary to think about. Might have to get a replacement thing for that. But we might try to get some new rotors here soon to fix these. And then we might also go ahead and just change out brake pads. And then do the flush on the brakes, on the hoses, just to double check and be sure with everything. So anyways guys, we'll talk to you here in a little bit.
I don't even know what
this is. This is the front of the car. This part's the little cover part for just what they put on it. Anyways guys, we are in the process of just going through and checking things on the car now. This car has over 130 something thousand miles on it. We got it at 98,000 miles on the car, and we have never once yet checked the spark plugs. So we're also going to go ahead and try to check the spark plugs while we're at it to see if it needs a tune-up or anything like that. I would guarantee it probably does, just because it has over 100,000 miles on it, but it may not. We'll see. Alright, so we have the coil packs off, we have the injectors out, so coil pack and injector is out. We're gonna go down in here and see if we can get these spark plugs out. We're just gonna do two for right now at a time, and we're gonna check to see what they look like. So we'll be back in just a second. Alright, I don't know if we can get close enough to where this thing. Maybe if we'll focus. Oh, it just focused and then you moved.
Hang on. Better?
No. There it goes. So, it actually really doesn't look that bad, surprisingly. Even for having like 138,000 miles, unless someone else done a tune-up on it. But it actually really doesn't look that bad. So we're going to put this one back in, and we're going to go back. And we're going to get this one out, and might try to get these other two out and see what they look like. So this is our second spark plug, and actually it doesn't look too bad either. It looks just slightly burnt compared to the other one, but it just still looks pretty good. Well, unfortunately, I broke one of the spark plugs trying to get them out. So now we got to go ahead and just take all these and put them back in. So got all four of them ready to go. I'm going to put all four of them in and be right back. Also guys, don't forget to use your gapper for your spark plugs, and always make sure your new spark plugs are back to being the same exact gap as the old ones. Otherwise you can get misfires and delays and those type of stuff when it comes to doing this stuff. So I'm not going to exactly say this was a problem, but I found on 3 of these spark plugs up here, they were all gapped at 35. But my other one I have already in here in this box because it's the bad one. I already have the new one I'm working on in here. This one was barely going past 30 itself. I don't honestly know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but I will point that out. Okay, so to recap from earlier tonight, I got all the spark plugs in the car. Everything's running good now. Everything's running tip top actually. And I'm gonna have to wait and see either this weekend or sometime soon to get the brake pads and rotors on the back redone again, and then go ahead and get the brake lines bled out again and see if that helps the problem. If that doesn't help the problem, then I have to go to a mechanic, and I'm gonna have to see what can be done, because I have some weird vibrations along with my steering wheel vibrating back and forth and everything else. I don't know if that's because of the tires not being rotated in a while, or if it's because of the fact that maybe I was sitting there thinking maybe the tie rods or something like that could have been possibly wrong, but I'm not sure. So I'll let y'all know as soon as I do.